author Colleen Hoover. It's a horror story, not worth your time. I think I have wasted my money. I'm not, you would have to adjust it. Alright, hi there, welcome back to the channel. My name is Shikha, and in today's video, I will be reviewing all the books that I have read from the author Colleen Hoover. She has been a very famous author on TikTok. Although in India we do not have the access to it, but I have seen it on Bookstagram, Instagram, which talks about books. So I have seen on Instagram everyone call Colleen Hoover a TikTok author, and I don't have any opinion of it. I don't know what TikTok authors is, and I guess people who are famous on TikTok for writing books. I guess maybe any which ways. So let's quick start with a book that I absolutely loved from the author Colleen Hoover, and it has to be Vanity. Although this is not the first book that I have read from her, I first encountered the series, the two book of the It Ends With Us and It Starts With Us. But this is one of the recent books that I have read from her, and this is about Lauren Ashley, who is a struggling writer, and she stumbles upon a writing gig from a very famous author who is not feeling well enough and is maybe in paralyzed. Yes, she is paralyzed because of some accident or something, and now Ashley is hired from the team to write and complete the series of this famous author who is not in the condition of writing at the moment. So she moves in with the family. The writer who is paralyzed, supposedly very famous writer who is paralyzed, she and her husband, and she used to have two kids who tragically died. So this story is actually, when it finishes, it leaves you hanging, and it leaves you to decide whether you think that it was, who is the villain of the story. I don't want to give any spoilers when I'm talking about this, so I am holding back a little. But you are supposed to guess at the end of the story that who do you think is the villain, and who do you think has, whether the action taken by our protagonist is valid or not. This story is very compelling, a somewhat a thrilling sort of, like, you may feel that is this a horror story, and it is very compelling and unputdownable book, I must say this. So yes, this book I would rate it a solid 4 stars out of 5. I really loved it, and the reading experience was great, and I was expecting more this kind of books from Colleen Hoover. I think this is her best work so far. Moving on to the books that I was introduced to about with Colleen Hoover's writing. These books, although the names are It Starts With Us, this is supposed to be read. It Ends With Us was supposed to be read first. This one, It Ends With Us, is supposed to be read first, and this is supposed to be, this is a follow up on the story of this book. So this is, getting back to the topic. So you are supposed to read It Ends With Us first, and then you're supposed to read It Starts With Us. It is about a girl who is living in a city away from her hometown. She, I have read it once, I cannot recall the name. Lily Bloom. Yeah, Lily Bloom. Yes, this is her name, and she wants to start a flower shop, and very enthusiastic girl, though with a troubled past, is trying to start a new life in a new town. Comes across this surgeon guy, a doctor, very handsome, very attractive. They fall in love. There is an instant connection between them, but turns out the guy was not as much of a green flag as as she thought initially he was. So that didn't turn out very well, and there are other characters in the books as well. So this is a good love story, and while reading through the traumatic experience that the girl goes through, the experience that she has with someone who was supposed to love her in first place but ended up hurting her, it is actually pretty intriguing, and it is painful to go through a few pages, few chapters in this book, and I have literally cried. So a book that can make me cry, I appreciate it. Thanks for the trauma, and thanks for the reading experience. So yeah, this was a good book. You can pick it up if you're looking for something that is interesting, something that is related to romance, and something that is related to previous past trauma. So yeah, you can pick it this book up. And about the rating of it, I can give it a 3.8 stars, because I think that it could have been better. It is good enough, but it could have definitely been better. That's that. It starts with us. It's just a follow up on this. The characters are already there, and we are just basically, when you know that public demands that I need to know what happened next, we need to hear a happy ending of it. Although this was almost a happy ending, but yes, if you're seeking, if you like this one, you just want more insight into the character, if you fell in love with one of the characters of it and with us, you can pick this book up, and you will have a follow-up story of how things finally turned out into a happy ending for the characters in this book, who went through a lot of trauma. So that's that. Not, I wouldn't say that it is necessary, but if you want, why not? Heartbone is a book that I thought Heartbones, and I thought it would be a good book based upon the description given. It's a book about a girl named Bea Grant who come from poverty and neglect, and she is moving with her father, who was supposed to, like, is not living with her mother, and she gets in touch with this boy during the vacation time that she's spending on a beach with her father and his family. So she quickly gets attracted to him. They fall in love. They make a good couple. But there is something fishy about the situation. Turns out the boy wasn't what he actually was claiming to be, and then this girl decides to go on with her life, and then they meet in the end. Yeah, as basic as that, as basic as the description I've just given you. There is only one twist in the story, and that is again as basic as any other rom-com that you can find on Netflix. Not not worth your time, I can say. Not bad, it was very quick read. I was into it the whole time. I was thinking that something exciting would happen sooner or later, but it never did. So wouldn't recommend. November 9. I swear to God, I think I have wasted my money by buying this book, and I shouldn't have, because this book I have tried at least 4 to 5 times to finish this book, but it is, the writing is so bad and so annoying. The characters are so annoying that you cannot go past through 3 to 5 chapters. The best I could do with this is 10 chapters, and it's still getting on my nerves. So no, I couldn't complete this book. It is about a girl who was a child actor, go through a tragic accident and scars herself, because of which she is now very underconfident. Though she wants to continue her acting career, her father, who was also supposedly a famous actor, does not encourage her into it, and in fact he does not want her to continue the acting career, since he believes that with the scar she wouldn't be desirable as an actor. Okay, but she comes across this guy named Fallon, I guess. Sorry, Fallon is the name of the girl, and Ben is the guy here. And she comes across this guy who wants to be a writer, and they decide to meet once a year on the same date that they did uh, uh, crossed path on in the first place, and they, year after the year, they meet each other. That's it. What This is what I could understand with all the chapters that I have read, and I don't know where it is going with it, and I don't think that I would be able to finish it either. Don't waste your money into it, at least from my point of view. So that was it. That was all the book that I have read from the author Colleen Hoover. To summarize it for you, you should invest your money in this book. Very good. Such a good piece of writing. I think it should be adapted into a movie. I guess it is being adapted into a movie, and Anne Hathaway is acting, I guess, as a lead. So that would be worth witnessing. I love this, and you can definitely buy this one. It ends with us. Great story, good character development, and I love how it represents the trauma suffered by so many people in real life as well. So you can definitely opt for this one. Don't waste your money on these three. It's not very important. Although if you love this one, you can read this one, but not necessary, I wouldn't say. So yeah, recommended these two. Dump these three. That's all from my end. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have watched it so far, I tried to keep it as real as possible this time, and I didn't want it to stick to a script that might show into the video that I have not followed a script either. I love reviewing books, and I'd read books like self-help as well, into business. I need to know from my audience what do you want me to make content about. And also I am into communication and improving communication. I have another channel with the name of Inclusion Classes, on which I talk about how one can improve their communication skills with different tactics and different methods and strategies. So if you are interested into that sort of content, you can visit my another channel. I would link it in the description below. And for now, yeah, if you like this video, if you have any feedback, suggestions, comments, please feel free to drop a feedback or a comment in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Thank you so much for your time.